Morning park runners, Saturday morning, favourite day of the week again. This morning we're staying away with friends, so the closest one for me to do is Sencevalleyforestpark Parkrun, so shouldn't take long to get there, so I'll set off now and catch up on the last bit of the journey. So for car parking it's £1.95, which is all day. It says you can use RingGo and location code is 31072. And then that's where I came into the car park. And if I turn the camera this way, this is where it says go to the start. And then you just walk up there to the start. And these are the toilets that are in the car park. Can't really miss that building. Just to the right of the toilets there's also a machine you can put your registration plate in and pay by contactless as well there. But there's no slot for coins. So once you get to the bottom of the hill, this is where the volunteers have met. They're just behind me, and the start sign is just 100 feet that way. So some stats from the park run. We're at Sence Valley Forest Park Run, and today's event 37, and it's the 20th of July 2024. First event was 23rd of September 2023, and they had 147 finishers. The average 106, last week 109, and the average finish time is 32 minutes 29 seconds. Record attendance was 290. That was event 3 on the 7th of October 2023. Lowest attendance is 34, that was event 17. That was on the 2nd of March 2024. Male record is 16 minutes 15 seconds and the female record 20 minutes 33 seconds. My stats today: 336th park run and 183rd location. I've been wanting to come to this one for a while, but when it's set up and the weather we had in the UK, it's been so muddy. It's been off-putting. I've seen a video of the course, what it was like, but looking at last week, someone's Strava profile, it looks to be a different course now. So it looks to be all on gravel paths. So I've got road trainers on today. The postcode LE676NW just brought me to the road outside, and then there was the entrance into the park. It says use the top car park. They have a car park marshal on. It's £1.70 per day, and it uses either the RingGo app on your phone, or next to the toilets there was a machine you can put the details in, but it doesn't take coins, you've got to pay with your card. Cafe, it says yes, Little Bluebird Cafe. It's a trailer that just pulls up like a temporary cafe, but they're just setting up on there. Toilets are in the top car park, covered that already. Of course, it says it's run on a mixture of gravel paths and grass trails, but I think it's all gravel paths today. I don't know if the camera will pick this up, it doesn't really pick up hills, but when you walk from the car park down, it's quite a steep hill to come down as it winds round. The camera might not pick that up, but you probably need to allow 3-4 minutes just to get to the start from the car park. The course looks to be a 0.4 of a kilometre out section, and then you do 2 clockwise loops coming back past where you join. So when you've done the 0.4 kilometres where you join the next path and you turn right, you do 1 clockwise loop there, come back past that point, do another clockwise loop, and it looks like you do that twice. This must be, like I say, a different course from when it first started, so I don't know if they're going to have a summer and winter course. I'll ask that question. And obviously I only saw the winter course on the video, but looked on someone's Strava profile last week to see where they ran last week. With Buggies, just to contact the team first. It says you can, but I don't know if that refers to the original course, which had very muddy grass fields. Now it's all on gravel paths. It's probably okay to run, although I suspect on these sort of paths you probably need like a running buggy, the one with the larger wheels on.
They look you, Andy, they look you.
It does, yeah. Sure. They get it right then. Morning everybody, my name's Andy. I'm a fellow parkrunner, but I shall also be taking you through the first time runners briefing.
A 2-lapper, you've got the hump on your first lap, not on your second. Woohoo! You start and finish here, you start and finish at the same place. As you're running down by this beautiful lake, please keep left because you're going to be passing each other just for safety. Under 11s within arm's reach, dogs on a short lead.
This is the second park run in 2 weeks where no one seems to want to get up to the start line. There's a hill just after the start just here, or an incline. I don't know how big it is because I've not done this course before, so I've set off, but just going to take it steady till we've got to the top of it. This course has a 400 metre section going out just here. You then take a right turn and there's a bit of a shared path where you see runners coming in the other direction. Then there's a clockwise loop back along the shared path, and then another small clockwise loop, and then you do the shared path and the big clockwise loop again, and then you run back down this path that we're on now to the finish. So like I said, taking it a little bit easy going up here. Don't like to tire myself out on hills, but we're almost at the top of it now. It's flattening out, which is nice. The RD did say there was just one hill on the course. I mistakenly thought that was it just there, but there is another one, but both these are actually short hills, not really steep. It's now flattened out nicely. Starting to just pick my pace up a little bit, just get to my normal 5k pace. Like I've said before, I like to take it easy to start with for the first kilometre, get into my stride rather than push on and be too tired. I've done that before, set off too fast and then it's like falling off a cliff. My pace just fails. So here we are, we're turning right here. We've done the out section. We'll come back along here later to the finish. This is a shared path, so probably maybe not the first one, but the second time we come round we'll see the park runners come in the opposite direction. This is probably again, I don't know, roughly guessing 300-500 metres before we turn left and start a loop. Nice and flat again, all on crushed stone gravel paths. You do feel your feet slip a little bit as you're trying to push off, but it's not too bad. Probably one of those things that is harder for the faster you are, the harder it is to run on. Seem to have settled into a nice pace. I can hear someone behind me now. The guys in front seem to have opened up a gap. Might be one of those park runs where we're already all spaced out and we're just going to continue like this. So that's the bit of shared path done. We're just going to take a left turn here now and do a big loop, and we'll come back just to the right of this marshal. We'll come back down there. Feeling really good at this point. I usually do for the first 2-3 kilometres, and then it starts to, from 3 to 4 it gets hard, and then from the 4th, the last kilometre, I'm usually very tired at that point, but at this point I feel really good. I think I'm getting a little bit close to this guy in front, but don't feel like I'm catching him as if I'm going to catch him quickly. It could be just the pace, as your pace alters a little bit as you run round. I can hear the guy behind me as well. He sounds to be really close to me now. I can hear his breathing above my breathing. Yeah, and he's coming past me now. Just a quick check, make sure there's no one else coming past with him. It's just this guy on his own. I think at this point, usually when someone comes past, I try and use it to encourage me to pick up my pace just a fraction, that's all. It's not really picking up the pace, but just trying to see if I can stay with him a little bit as I feel good, but he's slowly moving away from me.
Thank you.
Nice to see the marshals as well. Always means we're on the right path. I've only ever gone wrong once on a park run, but that was my fault, not looking where the marshal was pointing. This is the only sort of, there is another bit of narrow section further around the course, but you could actually pass someone here. It's the camera just makes it look narrower than it is. Definitely getting closer to the guy who was in front of me a bit earlier on. And now the sort of thing I'm thinking is if I catch this guy up just in front, just here, I've got to be careful not to, because we're running a very similar pace, I need to push on and get past him rather than just stick at his pace and then get drawn into that pace. So it's one of those things. I sort of draw up to the back of him, see how I feel, and at a point where I might feel good, that's the point I'll just sort of decide to push past. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, that looks like it's maybe tiring a tiny little bit, so I'm going to push past now along here. I just need to try and push on now. It's still a lovely flat path, So even though this course has some undulation on it, most of it is fairly flat. There's about 4 or 5 of these little bridges just here like this. Very picturesque park run this is. We nearly completed the loop. I think it's just around this corner. Yeah, it is. There's the marshal where they're turning off. When marshals sometimes cheer you on, I always try to listen to see where that person I've just passed, see how quickly they pass, either clap or say something to them, and then it lets me know whether they're still right behind me or whether they've dropped off a little bit. Tail walker and park walker, and the other lady with them, I think she said at the finish it was her 200th park run and 150th different location. So this is the bit of the shared path, so when we come back round, the park runners will be running the same direction I am when I'm going the other way. Just having a quick look there at the view. There's a lovely lake there. Still feeling really good at this point. Legs feel strong, don't feel tired. I recognise this little bridge, so I know now we're nearly at the point of starting the second loop. I do find the first time I do a course, I'm always, if I go back, I'm usually faster, because once you know the course, you know where you can push. So this is where we'll go left to the finish when we come back later. And this is the hill that I didn't know was here. This is the one hill I was told we were going to come up. So again, just sort of, rather than push hard, because I've not done it before, I'm taking care. I don't know how big this hill is. I'll be turning left here. Does that mean we're going further up the hill? I was hoping we were going straight on, but a left turn here.
Thank you.
We're on the top. I can see, it looks like we're on the top. It's now flat. That was just a short little incline section, not too bad. And yeah, it's nice and flat. It actually looks like we're going to go downhill again soon. I can't quite remember how big this loop is at this point. Just need to keep an eye on the guy in front, because on some of these trail courses I need to make sure I go the right direction. Yeah, I've lost sight of him now. Did he go left here? There's cones blocking to the right. Oh no, I can just see him in front. There we are. This is downhill now. Letting my legs go. Sharp right turn, and we're heading back. This is just a small little loop. Lovely lake to look at. No breeze today. Looks lovely. Now I know that that's the last hill done. I'm feeling really good. Going to try and push now. Keep my pace up. That's the small little loop done. You can see the other runners coming in just to go up the hill. So now we've just got the shared path to do, one big loop, and then back to here, and we'll go where that marshal was down there, 400 metres to the finish. Still feeling pretty good. I enjoy these sections where you see other park runners, sort of see people you know.
Thank you, well done, Lorna.
Well, this is a shared little path done. Seeing the runners coming the other way. We're going to go left now and start the bigger loop round here.
Thank you.
Still feeling fairly good at this point. It's nice. I sort of know what to expect now to the finish. I can just about see the guy in front occasionally, but he's just slowly getting further away from me. There's no way I'm going to keep up with him. And when I had a quick look back, the guy behind me seems to be a fair distance behind as well. It's a bit of a lonely run today. Legs are starting to tire now. I can feel it's getting harder. Last time past the marshals.
Thank you, Park Walker and Tail Walker. And well done, Park Walker.
Feel a bit better now after that tough little section there, because we're turning round the far corner, and now I know we're going to sort of turn in and heading back halfway around this loop and heading back towards the finish now. We're in the 3 to 4 kilometres. It's just a case of trying to keep maintaining my pace now. Feeling tired now, but but still feeling okay. I know we're nearly at the end of the loop. I can know the finish is in sight. Just round this corner, it's the end of the loop for me, then it's just the shared path section, left turn to the finish. As I said, the course is fairly flat. It's a slight little incline here, but nothing really. It's like from where, compared to where I live, this is flat. As I said, I like to see all the other park runners coming the other way.
Hold on.
About halfway along this shared path now, not far, and then it's a left turn. As we came up the hill, it should be nice downhill, flat downhill path to the finish. Just had a quick check of my watch there, see what time I'm on. Trying to do a bit of maths in my head to work out when I take this left turn. It's just, this is the last little bridge to go over. It's not far now. Left turn, and then I'm trying to work out just what sort of time I'm on for on the park run, and looking around, just over 21 minutes. Here we go, left turn to the finish. In my mind, lovely and flat downhill now. Legs are really tired, and I'm suddenly realising like this isn't this. It looks flat, but it's very, very slightly uphill. So I've gone onto the middle. There's some firmer tarmac there. My legs feel really tired. I'm really struggling on this section now. Like I said, in my mind, this was going to be down. I seem to recall from the start we ran uphill, so this was downhill, but it's not. It's just the slightest of incline, and it's just enough that you can tell. I think at this point, just up here, I'm thinking sort of like there's a left-hand bend coming up. I'm on the nice firm tarmac in the middle. It's gravel on the left, but if I go over to the left, it's probably 4 or 5 steps shorter to the finish. So any second, I'm going to go over to the left of this corner, just so it's a little bit less distance to run. That's how my mind works. Yeah, here I go across, and I'm only going there because I feel like I'm really, really struggling. And I know as we get to this corner now, I can sort of sense it's levelled off a bit. Just a quick check of my watch to see, and round this corner, and it shouldn't be too far to the finish. I've started, it's downhill now to the finish, and I think I'm going to be over 21 minutes. Still can't see the finish yet. There we are, there's the finish. Trying to just push a little bit, but I have nothing left in my legs at all.
Thank you.
Fast runner sat on the bench watching people come in, finished already and walked back. Here's the finish at last. And that's it. Get my token, and then I'm barcode scanning for them today because they only had one barcode scanner, and they asked if someone who was running would help with barcode scanning.
Most people have finished now. As you come through the finish funnel, token scanning is just at the end of the finish funnel. So I'm just stood with Andrew Bailey. It's your 250th today. Well
it
done.
is. Thank you very much.
Congratulations on it, yeah. And how long have you been doing parkrun?
I've been doing parkrun since August 2015, so it's taken me quite a long time to reach this milestone.
Yeah, like me, it took me a long time as well, yeah. So yeah, congratulations. So,
Thank you. Yeah, home run is Woolerton Hall.
All right, yes, I've done Woolerton, yeah, so the deer.
That's right, yeah.
My daughter went to university at Nottingham, so she was in the campus next to it. There, yeah, we used to walk around there on the weekend, yeah.
Excellent.
Well done, excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to chat
Just
to
got
you.
one more to run in the East Midlands and then I'm done, because there's a new one today that started in Desborough.
There is, yes, there is. I saw that online, yeah, and I think there's a new one on the east coast of Yorkshire as well, started either today or next week maybe. I shouldn't say the name just in case it's not started yet, should I? But yeah, that's brilliant. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
And enjoy your next 5 years of getting like me to your,
Certainly
your
will.
next t-shirt. Yeah, yeah, great to meet you.
Cheers, thank you.
This lady's just completed the 200th park run, well done.
Yes, 200 park run, 150th location.
Excellent.
So for the Bishop Hart Foundation.
You done it before?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do a quick course review. You set off a short straight, there's a bit of an incline on it, and then once you get to a junction which is about 0.4 of a kilometre, you turn right and do a clockwise loop. It's all on nice stone paths like this. It's confusing in one way because today she said, the RD said, it's the winter course and we're in the middle of summer, but that shows how bad the weather has been, you know, earlier this year. I'm out of breath, sorry, it's a big steep hill to come back to the car park. You do one big lap clockwise when you get to that junction. As you come back past where you join the path, there's a short little incline of a hill. They call it a hill, depends where you live. To me it's just a short incline. As soon as you got to the top, you're back down, short little loop, and then you go around the big loop again clockwise and then back to the finish. On the way out you think you're almost running slightly uphill till you get to the loops, but when you turn back into it you realise it's actually a slight incline coming back, apart from the last 50-60 metres, and then it's downhill to the finish. Lovely course, very picturesque park, lots to look at as you go around, really nice. This is the little coffee shop, it's just like I say, a takeaway van. Lots of people sat there having a drink.